Hello, you are welcome. Now, the question here under motion says that a car moving at a velocity of 20 meters per second slows down at a constant rate for 5 seconds and covered 70 meters. Calculate A, the velocity reached, and B, the retardation. Now, for us to start this, I would like us to highlight the given parameters so that it can help us to see the formulas or the formula that we need to apply. So now, we are told that a car is already moving at a velocity of 20 meters per second. So that means the initial velocity with which it is moving is 20 meters per second. And we're told that it slows down at a constant rate for 5 seconds. So that means the time is 5 seconds. And then we are told that, and in that process, it covered 70 meters. So this is distance. So that means the distance covered, S, is 70 meters. And then the first question there says we should find the velocity reached. So the initial velocity U is 20. So that means the velocity reached will be the final velocity, which is V. And that is what we are looking for. So now that we have highlighted all the parameters, the next thing for us to do is to look for a formula or an equation of motion that contains U, T, S, and V. So we have to look for an equation of motion that contains U, T, S, and V, and that will help us to solve this first part of the question. And you agree with me that there's a formula, an equation of motion that contains these 4 parameters. And that equation of motion is given by distance S is equal to U plus V all multiplied by the time and then divided by 2. So this is the right equation of motion to use. I hope you know this equation of motion. This is not very popular, but this is also an equation of motion. So we are going to be using this to solve this question. So now let's substitute the values so that we can find the final value of V. So the distance is 70 meters. So all right, S70. The initial velocity is 20 plus the final velocity is V. That is what we are looking for. And then the time is 5 multiplied by the time, all divided by 2. So now I can cross multiply. So these two can multiply 70, and that will give us 2 times 70. And that will be equal to 5 multiplied by 20. That will give us 100. That is, I'm expanding this bracket now. 5 multiplied by 20 is 100. 5 multiplied by V will give us positive 5V there. So now I can collect like terms. I don't want to have negative values for the value of V. I don't want to carry V to the other side to have a negative sign. So what I'm simply going to do, I'm going to leave V on this right hand side and I'll take 100 to that side. So 2 times 40 will give, 2 times 70 will give me 140. And then when this positive 100 comes to this side, it becomes negative 100. And is equal to 5V, which is what is left on this side. So now, this minus this, 140 minus 100 is 40, and that will be equal to 5V. So to get the value of V, I can simply divide both sides by 5. So I divide this part by 5 and also this side by 5. So that 5 cancel 5, and I'm left with V on this side. So I can write the V first. And it's equal to 40 divided by 5 will give me 8. So that means the final velocity reached by the car is 8 meters per second. And that is the answer to to question A. So now let's look at question B. Question B. Question B says that we should find the retardation. Now, don't forget, we know U, we know T, we know S, we know V, because we have already calculated the value of V. So we are looking for A. The retardation, don't forget, retardation is negative acceleration. So the B part of the question is asking us for retardation, which is also equal to the letter A. And then we are going to take a formula now that contains the letter A along with other parameters that we know. So you agree with me that you agree with me in this case that the formula V is equal to U plus AT will work in this case, because we know the value of V as 8, we know the value of U from the question as 20, we know the time as 5 seconds, and we are looking for the value of A. So this formula will work perfectly for us. So now let's substitute the values. So V is 8 as obtained here, and is equal to U, the initial velocity from the question is 20, and then plus the acceleration is what we are looking for, and the time is 5 seconds. So 5 multiplied by A will give me 5A. So now I can take this 5A to this side to give me negative 5A by collecting like terms. And then 20 is already on this side, so I'm going to write the 20. And then this is positive 8. If it crosses to the right hand side, it becomes negative 8. So that this simplifies now to minus 5A, that is negative 5A, is equal to 20 minus 8 is 12. So to find the value of A, I simply divide both sides by negative 5 and divide this by negative 5. So that will simplify to, because this will cancel this, so I have A will be equal to 12 divided by negative 5 will give me negative 2.4. Negative 2.4. Don't forget, I told you at the beginning that retardation is negative acceleration. So it is retardation, that is why it is giving us a negative value. But in conclusion, we can finally say, therefore, retardation, that the retardation is equal to 2.4 meter per second square. In conclusion, we don't need to write the negative sign. And so this is the final answer. So the retardation is 2.4 meter per second. And from what we obtained in the first part of the question, the velocity is 8 meter per second. That's the final velocity attained. And these are the solution to the question. Hope you enjoy this video. Please don't forget to like and share this video so that others can learn from it. And also don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.